Hey guys, welcome back to the Gen Files. Today it is time to do the beauty product inventory. The last video I did was all of my makeup products, so this will be stuff like skincare, hair care, fragrance, and I did include makeup brushes as well. The last time I did this was back in December. Pretty much I'm doing this just to see where I'm at, if I like my numbers, if there's anything I want to do going forward, just a way to kind of check in and see where we are. Yeah, let's just get right into it and see where we're at. We're going to start off with shampoos, conditioners, and body wash. So in the last beauty inventory, I had 3 shampoos, including 2 that were my husband's that I kind of adopted as my own. I wasn't using those at all, and he actually started using them again, so I let him have them and take ownership of that, and I just have one right now. I used up the Head & Shoulders one, and now I have a Tresemme one. I don't really have any issues with this category. I don't really buy shampoos unless I run out. That said, I kind of wouldn't be against having 2 shampoos in a rotation. I don't know if it's true or not that your hair gets used to one shampoo and then you have to kind of break that cycle, but I wouldn't be totally against that. The conditioners, I had 3 back in December and I still have 3. I don't tend to match up my conditioner with my shampoo because I always have excess from whenever, so I just use whatever's there instead of buying a brand new conditioner to match whatever shampoo. I just use whatever I have. That way I don't have like an overflow of conditioners. So for body wash, I had 3 last time and now I'm down to 1. I finally used up those 2 fall themed body washes that I had. They were like pumpkin themed from Bath and Body Works. So I'm really happy that those are gone. I only have 1 left and there's not a whole lot left in that one, and my intention is to only ever have 1, maybe 2 body washes going if I get bored and want to switch it up, but we'll see. But right now I'm really happy that there's just 1. All right, now we're going to talk about face cleansers. Last time I had 7 and now I'm down to 4. I did finish up the Fresh Soy Face Cleanser, the Bare Minerals Clay Chameleon one, and also the Beauty Counter one. That one I actually repurposed. Actually found a way to make it work to clean my brushes. So I still have it technically, but it's not being used as a face cleanser anymore. I'm going to try to finish up the Kleenex facial cleanser. They're like little pads. I no longer make that anymore and actually won that in a giveaway. In fact, everything here I think was given to me. I don't think I bought any of these. I don't really have any strong preferences towards a cleanser. I kind of stopped using them in the daytime to wash my face. Now I'm just kind of getting back into it so I can use stuff up. I am open to trying a new cleanser, but I don't really know if I need to have a really expensive one. I just don't have really strong feelings towards that right now. But yeah, I did get it down to 4. I'll probably always have the Johnson's or some form of makeup cleanser and a daytime cleanser, and that'll be it. I'm pretty simple when it comes to that. Now for face moisturizers, in December I had 5 moisturizers and now I'm down to 4. So I don't have the same exact ones though. I did empty out the Drunk Elephant sample and the Glam Glow sample as well. I finished both of those. I also tried a brand new moisturizer, which is the Inky List Peptide Moisturizer as a nighttime one, and I of course use grapeseed oil as well. So the Tea Tree Body Shop one, I use that mainly if I have breakouts or I feel like my skin's acting out a little bit. For this category, I don't really have any issues with this either. It's not like I'm always buying moisturizer. I just kind of use up whatever I have, and if one runs out, I'll replace it, kind of a thing. So I can always see myself having around 3 or 4. It did come down by 1, which I'm happy about, and I'm quite happy at 4. We're going to talk about serums and I guess skincare treatments. So the last time we did this, I had 4 serums / treatments here. So I went from 4 down to 2. So I pretty much used up everything except the vitamin C one. So I still have the vitamin C serum, and I also added in a retinol by the Inky List that I've been using here and there, usually at night. So I'm okay with that. I wouldn't be against trying another type of skin treatment or serum. The Ordinary always has a bunch that are interesting. For now, I kind of want to use up that vitamin C one. That's been in a low-key project pan that I've had. I just have so much of that. I got that from Amazon and I do want to use it up. Not sure if it does a whole lot for my skin. I do use it regularly, so I guess when I run out of it, we'll see if my skin changes. But I do want to use that one up. See where it goes from there. Whatever looks interesting, I'll pick it up. And the retinol, I'm still trying to decide about that one, if I like it or not, but yeah, it's there. I always like to have a retinol type product in my collection, so that's the one I'm trying out for now. We went from 4 down to 2. I guess we'll talk about toners. Nothing's changed there. I still have the same one, the Mario Badescu toner. This is the glycolic acid toner, so that one I've had for a while now. It's the only toner that I have, so that hasn't changed. I still like using it, so I can see myself still having this by the end of the year. Haven't decided if I'd repurchase it or not, but so far I really like it, and that's what I use when I don't feel like washing my face in the morning. I had a little acne treatment category, and I had 3 in December, and I still have 3. I have like the 2 different acne fighting powders. One is by Mario Badescu. It's like their special healing powder. Still have that. There's so much in there, so it's really, really hard to use up. As well as the e.l.f. ones. The tea tree oil I still have. I use that for spot treatments if there's like a really painful zit in particular. So the only one I can see maybe finishing is the tea tree oil, because it's a liquid and it's a really small container, so it depends on how my skin's behaving, really. Like, that's all that is dependent on all 3 of these. Like, if my skin's doing really well, obviously I'm not going to need to use any of them. If I'm having issues with my skin, which this summer has been a little weird, like on my chin area, I don't know what's going on, but ever since June came around, my chin has been breaking out a lot more, or like clogged pores and all that. So I don't really like having 2 of those powders, but I do use both of them, so I'll just have them around and just use them indefinitely. So for masks, in December I had 1 mask. That was the Bare Minerals Dirty Detox mask, and I finished that one up and I replaced it with a different one. So I ended up getting the Purity Made Simple mask by Philosophy. Very different formulation on that one. The Philosophy one is grittier. It's like an acne fighting mask, which I guess is appropriate since my skin has been acting up. It actually works out quite well that I got that one. So I still have one in that category. I'm actually interested in getting a different type of mask just to have some variety, because my skin isn't always acting up. Sometimes I want a mask that's like smoothing and just relaxing. The Philosophy mask is a little abrasive and I've enjoyed it, but I would like to get one that's a little bit more calming and not as like intense. So I could see this going up to 2. I don't know if we should include hygiene products in here, but in December I had 2 deodorants. I'm now down to 1. I used up the aluminum free La Vanilla deodorant, and then I ended up actually getting 3 like sample, not, I don't know if they're sample size, but they were like egg-shaped native brand deodorants, and I actually used up all 3 of those. I got that in December. So they probably all equaled like 1 regular sized deodorant, I think, or maybe not. I'm not quite sure, but either way, it's crazy to think that I used up 3 of those guys between December and now. I'm down to 1 deodorant, and I'm going to keep that deodorant till it's finished. And yeah, I don't really have much more to say about that because it's deodorant. That's that. For body lotion, I had 3 in December, and now I'm down to 2. So for this one, I had 2 Bath & Body Works lotions, body creams type things, and I finished those up. Was very happy to move them out, even though I didn't enjoy those scents. I had like the beach one. Another one was called Happy Vibes. Really nice scents. I was just kind of over the whole scented Bath & Body Works vibe. Moved those 2 out. I always had the grapeseed oil. That's always been there. But the 2 other lotions, one's like a trial size Gold Bond, and the Nivea one, which is a full size. I actually had those the entire time, even last December, but I didn't realize it. Like, I think the Gold Bond one I found under my bed. The Nivea one, I think the family was using it, and for some reason I just didn't include it in my inventory. So yeah, bottom line is I didn't buy any new lotions. I just kind of always had those. So technically last December I did have 5 body lotions, not 3. So I used up 2 and now I'm down to 3. I don't see myself increasing this number. I'm not really into having a whole bunch of different lotions. I kind of just like to have the grapeseed oil as my main one, and then maybe a lotion if I feel like using it as a different option. I have been eyeing the Brazilian Boom Boom cream, but I think it's a little too expensive. I don't know, we'll see. So sticking with lotions, let's talk about hand cream. In December, I had 5 hand creams, and now I only have 2. So I used up 3 of them, not surprisingly, you know, with hand washing and everything. It was just that kind of year. And now I'm only left with the 2 L'Occitane ones, which I'm quite happy with. I do like both of them. And the funny thing is, I haven't been needing to use hand cream as much these days. I don't know if it's because the weather kind of changed. My hands don't feel quite as dry. I can see these 2 staying around for a bit. Maybe in the fall and winter when the seasons change again, I could see myself pulling that out, especially when I'm back at work. But yeah, I have 2. So fragrance, let's talk about that. That's a big category. I had 17 back in December, and I actually still have 17. I did pan the Amazing Grace perfume, so that left, but then I did get a sample. So yeah, they're not all full size, like some are tinier, some are samples, but that's why the numbers are still the same. The Victoria's Secret Pure Seduction I'm trying to pan as well, so hopefully this category comes down a little bit by December. Had a bit more than this at one point. I do still use most of these, and some of these I honestly just keep around for like nostalgia, so sometimes I like to just pick them up and smell them. I know that sounds kind of weird, but like I never use the CK Summer one. I might declutter that one, give it to my mom or something. I'm not quite sure, but there's definitely a couple in here that I don't use as much anymore, but I just kind of keep around because I like to smell them. Perfume can be hard to use up because a lot of them can be seasonal for me, and just, you know, they just last a long time. So I don't buy any new perfumes, except I do love the Lancome perfume, the sample. So if I didn't have as many of these, I'd probably pick that one up. If I declutter a few, I might consider it, but we're still at 17 and still trying to pan one. Did get rid of one, which is good. So yeah, and overall, I would only like to have like 2 or 3 perfumes, I think. I think that would give me enough variety. I counted body sprays as their own category, so I had 3 of those back in December, and I still have the same exact 3. Try to see if I can pass off the Good Vibes body spray to somebody, like maybe a family member would like it or whatever, because I just don't think it's my kind of thing anymore. So I could see that going down by 1. I don't buy body sprays anymore just because they last so long, and I never get through them. I never finish them. It's like the perfumes. You just never finish it because you have more than one. They just last forever, and they're very seasonal. So I'm not going to be whipping out the beach scent in December, so I can't even use them year round. Twisted Peppermint one, I do actually use that in the summer sometimes. I used to do that because it's very refreshing, so it actually is pretty nice, except I'm probably not going to do that this summer because I'm trying to pan the perfume and all of that. Hopefully that'll come down if I declutter the one little guy, but we'll see. New categories. I kind of should have mentioned this like when I was talking about skincare. So in December of last year, I did not have any eye creams. I had 3 before that inventory video that I ended up panning and finishing. So I had none in December. I think there were a couple of months there when I just did not use eye cream. I think around March I purchased an eye cream because I did miss one. So I have one eye cream right now. It's called the OK Firming Eye Cream. It's just a regular basic eye cream. It doesn't really do a whole lot. While I'm not 100% sure about eye creams, I do want to try the Kiehl's Avocado eye cream. That's a little bit expensive, so I might wait for a sale on that one or whatever. I'm not in a rush to get it, but if I finish this one, I think that's the one I would try to pick up on sale though. But in general, I don't go scouting out eye creams. Can't see it going any higher than 1. So let's talk about hair care. Oh, my hair care category is a big one. Last December, I had 27 different hair care products. My number did come down to 24. My friend did give me a bunch. She had a bunch of samples from like an Ipsy bag. She didn't want them, so I was like, sure, I'll take them. I did end up panning 3 of those little samples this year, so that's good. And I can see some I could declutter. Some I'm really close to finishing. Some are in a project pan. So I do see this number coming down for sure by December. I did receive one of those dry shampoos for free from Influencer. So either way, they all kind of showed up in my life, and I've been kind of trying to get it down. And yeah, but it is a hard category for me to declutter for some reason. So hopefully I get this number down either by organically using things up, maybe decluttering, because I know I don't need all of this. So I don't think it's hopeless. It's still not, you know, down as much as I would like it at this point, but there is hope and is a work in progress. And the last category, guys, is makeup brushes. I do include like lip brushes, spoolies, and beauty blenders, so I just kind of lump them all together. So in December I had 85. Now I'm down to 84. One of my recent declutter videos, I did say that I was going to be getting rid of a couple and declutter them, and I did repurpose 3 of them. So my kids use those as brushes for painting. The rest I thought I was gonna throw on Poshmark. Ended up not doing that. Like I was just procrastinating it. So I never ended up fully getting rid of them. I also have a little tiny beauty blender that I came across in my house. I think it came like as part of a gift or something. It's like a Pure Cosmetics beauty sponge, so I figured I'd factor that in. I did receive a little tiny spoolie with the cake mascara that I got from Etsy, so that I factored in as well. So it didn't really come down by a whole lot. The bottom line is I didn't buy any new ones. It's just the ones I said I was going to declutter never physically left my house. The 3 that I gave to my kids, I will count those as decluttered. But the ones that are in the little red container there on the side are still in my possession. At the end of the day, yeah, it seems like my numbers only came down by 1. With this category, I do see myself doing an actual declutter. I don't mind keeping all these if I'm using them and I'm happy with them, and I don't always like washing my brushes so frequently, so I get it. And this is just like one of those categories that is really difficult for me to get down because I can find an excuse to use all these brushes. I do think that I just don't want this many. And just seeing them all laid out like that, I'm like, I could definitely pare this down. I am a brush person. I get how I have this many because I just like variety. I like brushes, but I think some categories can definitely come down, especially my lip brushes. Like, I don't need that many lip brushes. I don't even use them that often. Foundation brushes I kind of get. Those get cakey after like 1 or 2 uses. I like to switch those up, and I mainly use liquid foundation and don't want to be washing them constantly, so I can understand having more in that area. But the other areas I really have to think about. So I just don't think I use them all enough. I really don't. A lot of things I kind of ignore or just don't pick up. I have to come up with some sort of plan to figure it out. I actually have repurposed some of them into a travel bag so that I don't forget brushes when I'm out traveling or when I'm going somewhere. So that is one thing that I'm happy that I did, but still have quite a bit, and I just don't know if I need it. I don't know if I use them all. So there might be a brush declutter coming up soon. Maybe I'll make a video or something, but really got to think about that one. I'm really excited to see where this goes between now and December. We shall see, guys. We shall see. Please stay tuned. Definitely consider giving this video a like if you can, and definitely subscribe. We are working here on curating my collection down to the things that I love the most and getting rid of the things I just don't need, want, or like. And that wraps up all my mid-year inventories for now. Hopefully we see you in the next video. I will catch you there. Bye, guys.